With all this talk about Jorge Masvidal fighting this weekend, obviously he was being asked about Colby Covington in his last performance, and Masvidal has been talking about how he wants to get that fight again. So their beef have kind of been bringing it up a little bit again. It's just been coming back into the light lane, and I wanted to talk about that because there's something that I'm a little bit confused on, and I'd love to hear from you guys afterwards. Before we get into it, though, I do want to say hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I'm your guy with too many YouTube channels. Let's talk about Jorge Masvidal and Colby Covington. So the weird thing for me is when you listen to both these guys talk about their stories, especially I'm talking about the stories when it comes within like one another, when they talk about each other, they're polar opposites. The only thing that is obviously right with the story, because they're both saying the same thing, is Jorge Masvidal and Colby Covington, they both talk about like, oh my God, he was my everything. He was my best friend. But then the story splits up in the sense where it's Colby Covington's coming in and saying like, oh, I stayed with Masvidal and I helped him out with his career. He needed help with wrestling. And then Masvidal on the other side would be like, oh, his girlfriend just kicked him out of the house. He wasn't paying for nothing. And I took him in under my own. I gave him my food and all that stuff. The problem is I can see both of them being true. You know what I mean? I can see Colby Covington needing help and staying with Masvidal. I can see Masvidal needing help with his wrestling, and they became best friends and they just hung out together all the time. They ended up living together. I don't know what's true because you hear them talk and they're just complete opposites. Masvidal saying Colby's a bum, Colby saying Masvidal's a bum, Colby saved his career, you know what I mean? I truthfully don't know what's true. And I'm almost, here's the thing. We know that everything Colby Covington does is like an act, right? So Colby Covington just tells the stories, but then that's so real. Initially when these two were beefing, I thought that it was fake. I thought it was just completely brought up from nothing, and they were just trying to sell some pay-per-views. That's what I thought from it. But then as time went on, and you could see even in the octagon the hate that they had for each other and them talking afterwards. And what sold it for me is Masvidal going up and punching him afterwards at a restaurant, right? That's what sold it to me that it was real beef. I thought it was completely fake, to be honest with you. So of course there's no way for us to get the actual story, but if I had to guess what actually happened, because Masvidal's so into, he sold his soul for the pay-per-view. He started saying these wild things. He started doing this. He started doing that. He sold his soul for the company and just wanted to be a persona online, and he didn't like that. If I had to guess, it had something to do with that. And then Masvidal perhaps took something the wrong way. And again, like, I'm not saying that I'm right or anything. I'm just saying what I believe the most likely scenario was. Masvidal took something the wrong way, started a fight with Colby Covington, because Masvidal's the guy that he'll get right in your face and potentially even punch you, right? He'll say, Colby, what are you saying this stuff for? So it's pretty wild. And then Colby, like, it doesn't even have to be Masvidal. Maybe it was about somebody he cares about. I don't actually, like, yeah, their stories are so different that you don't really know, right? And then I can see them starting to hate each other from then on. Colby Covington leaving the team and still talking more and more and more. And maybe there was something behind the scenes that we didn't know about, where Masvidal's talking to him a little bit more, and Colby Covington's like, hey, I'm just trying to save my career. And then he kept talking a little bit wild. But where did the trash talk begin from these two? It could have been like Masvidal just, hey, I'm not dealing with no fake people. I could see him saying something along the lines of that. And of course, that's just my idea off the top of my head. Of course, we don't know what their actual beef is and who started it. And this is what I want to talk to you guys in the comments, because I really don't know. I really don't know. And now that it's being brought back into the light, they're both kind of saying the same things, and they might even fight again. Masvidal saying before his career's over, he's going to get that Colby Covington fight back. I don't believe this is manufactured at all. I think this is real beef, and they truthfully hate each other. But where did this come from? Their stories are different. I wonder who's right, and I really don't know. And this is where I'd love to hear from you guys down below in the comments today, everybody. Who do you think started this beef, and what do you think the story is? Because I don't think we have a solid answer. It's all he said, she said. You know what I mean? Let me know what you guys think down below. Thank you so much for watching. On the screen right now, I know it's a little bit of a quick video, but on the screen right now, we have two fantastic MMA videos for you to check out. Because this video was short, we have much longer ones to talk about. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I will see you in the next video. Take care.